Just let me know if there's any issues and we'll try and sort those out prior. Okay, great. So we're going to get started here, and we're going to go through this quick presentation. I'm going to give you a bunch of training. I'm going to give you a bunch of examples, and there's going to be a lot of back and forth with QA, so you guys can ask whatever questions you have. There is a QA section that you can chuck your questions in, and we can get to it intermittently, so we're not breaking too much. But yeah, just chuck your questions in the Q&A section, and we'll go through it. I'll stop every few and answer any questions that everybody might have. Alana, the connection is really bad. I hope you record the webinar. Okay. All right, so as in it's lagging for you? Anyway, we can get started with this. I think 5 minutes is pretty generous. So what we're going to be covering, the challenges of growth. So what issues might be in your business that's restricting you from scaling your social media, your email list, your sales, your revenue, all that sort of fun stuff. Growth marketing explained. So what is growth marketing? How do you do it? How do you understand the fundamentals of it? So this really goes into top and bottom of the funnel. If you understand that concept and how those two work together and how you need to play them off each other to scale your business. The triangle of growth, I like to call it, which I'll go over. Top, bottom of the funnel, how to scale your efforts. So scaling meaning you're scaling your paid social, your email list, your revenue. Those are the three big ones that we really like to focus on. Really building an audience is important, because if you look at the major brands in this world, all of them have extremely passionate audiences. Once you have a passionate audience, it becomes very easy to sell whatever your product is. So we really want to focus on how do you create that engaging audience and how do you do it as quick as possible for as cheap as possible. Then we'll go over some of the features in VYPER and some success stories so you guys can see some examples. So let me know if these are some of the issues that you guys find yourself struggling with. These are a few of the big ones that we see some customers. So we have VYPER and we have a marketing agency. So we do get to see a lot of different businesses come through. We do get to see a lot of the pain points that those businesses have. And one of the biggest ones is product market fit. So making sure that your product matches the audience that you're attracting. How do you find that product market fit? Usually audiences are too small, so there's not enough people to sell to, and people are not investing time and money into building up those audiences. They're trying to get people to purchase the first time they visit their website. They're throwing up Facebook ads, and they're finding that they're just spending a lot of money and it's not generating any return. And a lot of the time, these are quite easy issues to fix that we can go over. Another one is not enough traffic. So you might have started and you know that your product is good, you've found product market fit, but you just don't have enough traffic. So that's not helping you with the volume. And then the other ones are not enough engagement, not setting up your remarketing funnel correctly. So this is a big one that we want to go over. And also the conversion rate's very low. So usually on an e-commerce store, you want to be around like 3 to 4% conversion rate. So we can go over some of that stuff as well a little bit later. But first off, we want to start with how you look at the customer journey and the custom conversion funnel. So you have two different types of traffic. You have hot and cold traffic. So cold traffic is someone who's never heard about your brand. They don't know what you do, who you are, and they don't really care. Now, hot traffic is they know who you are. They're probably price comparison shopping. They're looking around at alternate options and they're ready to purchase something. You just have to give them a good enough offer. So if you look at this chart here, you can see that the unaware, the way that you engage with these people is you tell stories, secrets, you have wow factors, you stop the scroll. So for example, you're interrupting their day when you're running Facebook ads and your ad is in their newsfeed. All you want to do is try and get them to make that first touch point. And that's going to introduce your brand to them. And then once you've introduced your brand, you're then going to start looking at how do I remarket to this person? How do I get that person to engage with my brand, get involved, and then purchase eventually? And so that walks you through the whole funnel. So you can see it's unaware, problem aware, solution aware, product aware, and then most aware. So the most aware is when the purchase happens. That's where we want to push everybody to. So the marketing growth triangle, what I was talking about. So these three things are extremely important, and they're usually the levers that brands pull to slowly improve day after day. whether it is improving your paid traffic, whether it's improving your organic traffic, whether it's improving your emails. Most things that you do with digital marketing and online marketing are going to revolve around these things. So copy and creative. Are your copy and creative good? So are you attracting people? Is your imagery interesting? Is it something that some people can relate to? Is it targeted towards your target market? Like if you're selling pet products, make sure that you're putting pets in the images. You want to make it feel like it's a real image and that your products are set in a lifestyle setting. You don't just want to send them an image with a white background with a dog collar. That's not really that interesting, and there's no emotion behind that. Whereas if you use images with a dog in it and it has a collar on it and it's your collar, and you maybe just have some text overlay that highlights the benefits of the collar, that's a much more engaging piece of creative. So think about your creative. Is it appealing? Is it actually grabbing attention? Is it providing value? Other thing is copy. So think about your copy a little bit, whether it's emails, website landing pages, giveaway landing pages, ads. The copy really needs to be short, sweet, to the point, and value-driven. So value-driven meaning if someone reads this, what value are they getting from it? Is it a statistic? Is it a stat? Is it some information about your product? Is it something that they can retell to someone else? All of these things are going to help people get more engaged with your brand. So this is going to depend. So when you want to have that shock factor and it's the first touch point, you might want to be offering something like a giveaway or giving a crazy statistic or giving an interesting fact about your industry or niche, because that's more general and it's something that people would be interested in because you're providing a lot of value. And then as that person engages with that first touch point, you then start pushing people down the funnel and you walk them through that process. Then you've got targeting traffic. So targeting and traffic means where are you getting your traffic from? Is it organic SEO? Is it paid advertising? What are the places that you can generate traffic from? Now, this is one section that we're going to help with when you run giveaways and contests. You can generate a lot of traffic, a lot of followers and engagers on social, and then a lot of email lists. So usually a healthy balance of traffic and conversions is 30% from organic and direct, 30% from email, 30% from paid acquisition. I'm just going to run over here to the questions. Milana, I really cannot follow in real time. The connection is very bad. Milana, your internet might be a little bit slow, so you might be struggling to keep up. But yeah, I'll try and send a follow-up email with some recordings and stuff. It's the software saying you're having connection errors. Great. And so let's get back into this. And then the last one is page experience. So once you've found the traffic that is interested in your product, you've got great creative, you've got great copy, you're then going to have the landing page experience. So when they land on your page, whether it's a sales page, your home page, or whatever it is, are they seeing what they expect to see? Is it about what you're talking about in your ads or in your email? Is it something that they can relate to? Is it interesting? Is it engaging? The main metric you want to look at with your landing page experience is how do I continually get my bounce rate down? So if you have Google Analytics set up, you can start looking at your bounce rates. So how do I get my bounce rate down? How do I get more time on site? Because you want to get people like deeper and deeper into your website and more invested in your product. So I'm going to show you the solutions to these three things. If you wanted to use giveaways here. So really getting that first touch point is important because you want to get as many first touch points for as cheap as possible with as high a quality as possible. Now, this is a constant battle that you're going to have as a business owner, as a marketer. You're constantly looking for high quality traffic for a cheaper price, because as platforms get more and more saturated, like Facebook and LinkedIn, you'll see that the cost of traffic from those channels is going up and up. Now, when you are running something with really high value, these platforms do reward you. So for example, if you have a Facebook post and it has a lot of likes, shares, and comments, Facebook's going to say, okay, this is great content. I'm going to show this to more people on our platform because we want to show more people on the platform good content. If you have content that doesn't have much engagement, Facebook's like, we don't really want to show this to more people because it doesn't seem like it's got strong indicators that this is a good piece of content. So with a giveaway or referral program, straight up, you're offering value because you're saying, okay, here's a prize that you can have. Here's a coupon code you can unlock. Here's a free gift you can have. All you have to do is sign up and engage. And so the click-through rates on posts and ads like that are much higher because you're giving up so much value, as opposed to your first ad being asking someone to buy something. So say you're selling your pet products and you're trying to get people to purchase your pet products. It's so much different if you serve an ad that says, hey, buy my pet product, compared to like, hey, win a year's supply of dog food, and you're targeting people with dogs. Now, people are probably going to click on the year's supply of dog food before they're going to click on the like buy a year's supply of dog food. So you want to get that first touch point for as cheap as possible. And then once you have that first touch point, that's when that remarketing kicks in. So I'll show you a little bit of that a little bit later in the slides. But I'll show you that in the top and the bottom of the funnel strategy. Next is targeted traffic. So this is a big question that a lot of people have when they're running giveaways and contests. How do I get targeted traffic and avoid spam? So free stuff attracts a lot of people. Everybody loves free stuff. Now, the way that you want to attract the right people is by choosing the right prize. Because if you are offering a free laptop, but you sell dog food, the chances of someone having a dog and wanting that free laptop is much smaller than if you, for example, were just to offer a year's supply of dog food. If you're offering a year's supply of dog food, people who have a dog are going to enter that contest. Whereas if you're offering a free laptop, even though the prize is amazing, it's much higher, you're probably going to get a huge amount of people signing up. The issue is that when it comes to pitching your product to make the sale, people don't even have dogs, or people aren't even interested in your product. So you've really got to make sure that you spend some time picking a prize that is relevant to your target market and your ideal customer. People who go super broad with their giveaways will attract a lot of volume, but the conversion rates will be a lot lower on that. So think about the prizes that you're going to choose for your giveaway or rewards program, and then go from there. A lot of people in referral programs will offer, buy one, get one free sort of thing, free coupon codes or free products, so that they know that people are interested in the products. And then you have maybe like a grand prize that's chosen once a month or something. And the page experience. So when you're leading to a giveaway or a rewards program, referral program, you want to make sure that it's loading super quickly. So using, VYPER landing pages or anything like that, you can avoid a lot of the issues that you have with loading a website page. Because if you have a website page that is bloated with a lot of plugins, apps, and all that sort of stuff, or there's a lot of code, it's a slow loading page, you're going to lose a lot of people in that drop off. So having a post or an ad that goes to a giveaway that loads super quickly, you collect their name and email as soon as possible, allows you to increase your chances of being able to get in touch with that person in your remarketing campaigns. So is everybody following? We have a bunch of people in, new people in here that joined a little bit late. So we've got Alice, Heather, Roger, Curtis, Kyle, I think, James, Alex, Frank, John, Milana, Roger. Don't forget to add in what you do for your business, or what products you're trying to sell, and I can work that into the presentation. Heather, how do I set up a landing page? So setting up a landing page depends on what you're doing. So if you're doing a giveaway or a referral program, rewards program, VYPER has landing page options, so it's super easy. If you are doing sales pages and you're like in a Shopify or something, you can use apps to build landing pages, or you can obviously use developers. But usually you'll have to choose between using plugins and apps, or using a developer, or using a third-party software like VYPER, for example, that has landing page options built in. I have a WordPress site. Yeah, so with the WordPress sites, WordPress is quite easy to build pages in. You don't necessarily have to hire a developer. You can just use something like Divi, which is a theme builder. So it makes it quite easy to use their templates and that sort of thing. If you're looking to run giveaways, you can use something like VYPER, and we have a landing page already built for you. So you don't really have to do anything. It's just kind of drag, drop, and enter text, images, that sort of stuff. So you should be okay with that. Okay, Frank, thanks. I do digital marketing for a charcoal company. We're looking to develop a list outside of our product seasons. Okay, nice. Charcoal, interesting. All right, so yeah, giveaways and stuff are great for email list generation. But yeah, let's get back to this, and I'll check in every now and again on comments and everything. So add in anything that you want to ask a question about or talk about. So bottom of the funnel. Now, the bottom of the funnel is really important because this is the part of your marketing strategy that's going to generate all the revenue. So this is once someone first connects with your brand, you want to have a very solid strategy in how you're going to re-engage with that person. So there's a few things that you need to make sure you do. So adding your Facebook pixel to your website allows you to do remarketing ads. Now, if you're running a giveaway or referral program, collecting that email is really important because you can then email everybody. And email is free, essentially. You're just paying for your MailChimp or Klaviyo account. But collecting your email is still a great way to get in touch with people a second time. Or if people engage with you on social media, you can also use remarketing from social engagements. So all of these strategies are ways that you can re-engage with people. And so once someone has been brought in by a giveaway or something, or an interesting post, which you might have organically put out, or it's an ad, you're getting super cheap clicks and super cheap engagement, you then want to make sure that you're remarketing those people, because most people do not come back a second time to websites. So you need to make sure that once they do come to your website, you're either pixeling them or collecting that email so you can send out follow-up messages to those people to then tell them a little bit more about your product, about your brand, and eventually push on to a sale at some point. So it's important to set this up first, because you want to set up your remarketing before you start working on your top of the funnel, because top of the funnel is where you get all of your new traffic. So remember that cold traffic. So you're going to get all of your new traffic and cold traffic from top of the funnel, and the bottom of the funnel is where you're going to remarket and make all that money. So make sure you have your remarketing section or funnel built before you start running your giveaways or start doing any promotions, because you want to make sure that you're remarketing to people. So now we want to look at the top of the funnel. So what types of campaigns work at the top of the funnel? So in most brands that we've worked with, we see the big drivers of top of the funnel traffic and engagement and emails, contest giveaways, viral videos, and lead magnets. So lead magnets are offering value up front, because you're like, hey, in exchange for your email, I'll give you this asset, whatever your asset needs to be, whether it's a guide, whether it's a coupon code, whether it's a free product like free plus shipping. There's lots of lead magnets that you can use to get someone to make that first commitment. Viral videos are getting, a lot. It's a lot harder to do a viral video, and it takes a lot more work in getting good enough at creating content, and then that content being good enough to get shared lots of times. But if you can, interesting viral videos, this is, a shock factor, revealing secrets, something that's not too salesy and is usually humorous. So you'll look at the guys who did Poopery, for example, or the guys who did the unicorn, which is a squatty potty. Those guys created viral videos that were very funny, and that generated millions of views that they then remarketed to and sold a lot of product through. And then the one that we specialize in is obviously contest giveaways and referral programs. This is a simple concept of you're offering a prize in exchange for them giving their name and email. And then as they enter into that giveaway, they collect more points by doing things like following you on social media, sharing your content, inviting friends, making purchases, all those sorts of things. So this is an example of a top of the funnel post. So you have a giveaway here, and what you're really focusing on is providing value. So providing value in this instinct is, it's a giveaway about a home gym. So he's already, BPN is a nutrition company. So they sell gym supplements. So he's offering a home gym for free if you enter this giveaway and you win. And now this is great because it's attracting the right people. He's attracting people who work out, who go to the gym, who want their own gym. So he's attracting his ideal customer. And so what he's doing here is he's clearly showing the value in the image. You can see it's a home gym giveaway. He's showing all the products that he's including in the giveaway. And then he's got a quick call to action. He's saying, enter here to win. And so that's pretty good first top of the funnel, because he's giving up a lot of value. He's giving an easy opt-in, and he's collecting the email address. These are all positive signs for having a great way to do a follow-up email sequence. Also, as people engage, you can see here 400 likes, 60 comments, 100 shares. You can see here he's getting a lot of engagement as well. So he can then go and remarket to those people who engaged with his post as well. So there's a lot of possibilities here with remarketing that this VPN company can do. This is more of an example of a viral video and using influencers. So this company is a vitamin B12 vape company. And so what these guys did was they went and found that a lot of their audience was really interested in this UFC fighter. So what they did from that is they created a video with this UFC fighter using the product, and it was very funny. It was a humorous video. And so you can see this got shared 1,500 times, 2 million views, 1,000 comments, and over 4,000 likes. So they use this as their top of the funnel strategy to get people interested in the product. And it wasn't necessarily pushing benefits and features in the video. It was more humorous, and it was posted from the influencers page. And then they remarketed to all of these people who engaged with this post. So that's an example of kind of like the viral video top of the funnel strategy and the giveaway strategy. So now we're going to go into a few different referral campaign types. So referral marketing is like the golden goose. It's when people have, someone enters or someone makes a purchase, someone signs up, and then they go and refer 3, 5, 10, 20 of their friends. Let's just jump over to the Q&A quickly, see if there's any questions in here. No? Okay, so we can keep moving on. All right, so the main types of referral campaigns are, giveaways and contests. You can do referral programs or loyalty programs. They're very similar, but essentially it's after you have that touch point, you're getting people to do certain things for points. The more points they have, the more prizes they can redeem. Then you have ambassador programs. So this is much more in-depth and a closer working relationship. So you're going to have less people in your ambassador program, but they're going to be doing things like generating content for you, creating video and images for you. And in the ambassador program, you're rewarding them for doing those things. So you might reward them with free product. You might reward them with gift cards to other stores or gift cards to your own store. There's a bunch of different ways you can do that. Ambassador programs works relatively similar to user-generated content programs. User-generated content programs are great to put in your post-purchase email drips, because when you put someone into that post-purchase email drip, you're going to say like, hey, we're going to reward you for just filming a video of you using our product, you reviewing our product, or telling us how good the product is and how it's impacted your life. So using user-generated content campaigns is also really good. You have milestone contests, which are much more evergreen. So you can run that forever. And then as people collect more points, they unlock more prizes. So the famous ones around that are like Dropbox and a bunch of those other companies who had those milestones. So the more people that you referred, the more actions you took, the more prizes you would unlock. And then you have pre-launch waiting lists. So that's, inviting people to join the waiting list. And the more people that you refer, the higher up the list you go. And you usually have, like top 10 get free access or something, or top 100 get early access. So companies that do this really well are people like Supreme, the apparel company, and it really builds up exclusivity to whether it's a new product launch, whether it's an event, whether it's a webinar, whatever it may be. And then you have leaderboards, which are very competitive. So in the case of a leaderboard, everybody's trying to compete for that top spot, and that top person wins something amazing, whatever you want to offer them. But it creates a lot of competition to collect points. And the way that people collect points is they refer friends and they complete actions. Those actions can be liking you on social, referring friends, tagging friends in posts, sharing your content, engaging with your content, doing all sorts of things. I'll show you a little bit of the back end in VYPER in a sec and show you how to do that exactly. Okay, so now we have some examples. Oh, actually, wait. Yeah, I'll quickly run through some stuff about VYPER and then I'll go into the examples. So when you're creating your campaign, you can choose 3 different types of displays. You can have the landing page, which we were talking about earlier. So VYPER has a built-in landing page. All you have to do is enter the information. If you want to build your own landing page on your own website and just have VYPER have an embedded form, you can do that as well. So this has a huge amount of flexibility in design because you can design whatever you want and just embed the sign-up form. And then you have the widget. So this will pop up on all the pages on your website in the bottom left corner. And this makes it so that people can enter and engage in your campaigns, whether it's a referral program, loyalty program, giveaway. They can do all of that without even leaving your website. And this is great because you can also better monetize all the traffic that's already coming to your website. So say you get 1,000 people a day coming to your website, you have the widget installed and you can see that there's $10 off if you sign up to the monthly giveaway. You're going to get a huge conversion rate on those 1,000 visitors to sign up because 1, they want the discount, and 2, they also want to try and win something once a month. So that widget is a really good evergreen strategy for converting a lot more of your traffic into email subscribers. And the other thing is, once they sign up to the giveaway, as always, it's gamified so that they need to collect more points. And the more points they have, the higher their chance of winning. So in this scenario, the way that they collect points is, as I mentioned before, liking you on social, referring friends, making purchases, all that fun stuff. I'll show you that in a little bit. So this is like a quick landing page, super easy to build, and very straightforward. This is the thank you page. Now, when someone signs up to a referral program or a contest or giveaway, they're going to come to this page. Now, this page is fully customizable and you can do what you like. But the main thing I want to point out here is the referral. So everyone who enters is going to get their own URL, and then they're going to be able to share that. And when they share that and people click on it and sign up, they're going to get rewarded with 100 points. Now, this also works for purchases. So if you have a referral program and it's for every customer you refer, you get, a free something like month of coffee, for example, this URL is going to track all the people that they refer. Other ways you can collect points is the common, social engagements, sharing, commenting, liking. And you have all your rewards here as well. If you decide, you can use the leaderboard option too to create a little bit of competition. And up the top here, you have the profiles. It's going to pull in their user-generated image that they've got attached to their email address. It's going to show them their points, their name, all that sort of fun stuff. So this little dashboard is where people are going to always come back to check on their points, collect more points, see the rewards, redeem their rewards, and all that fun stuff. So this is a very important page. Okay, so we're quickly going to go into what it looks like to build a landing page and what the important things are here. So with the landing page, you're going to have a bunch of options here. But the main thing that you want to do is in this top section, you'll see, just as this comes back up, you want to be super clear about the value that you're offering. So this was a skincare company, and they were offering a free skincare pack. And it was very clear from the very top that it's anti-aging skincare pack worth X amount of dollars. So you know straight away what the value is. And you can see the grand prize because they've got a great image in there. You can see exactly what they're going to win. They add in some social validation or validation with the reviews. So they've got 4.7 reviews, more than, I think it was 3,000 or 4,000 reviews on there. And then they go into a little bit of detail about the prize. And after that, you want to also include additional ways to win. So not only does someone get chosen at random at the end of the contest to win the skincare pack, but there's also ways to unlock discounts with points that you collect. So the main idea and the main point of this giveaway landing page is to show the value and to people what they could potentially win. Now, we just had a look at the thank you page, but this is the thank you page for that exact campaign. And you'll see here, there's a bunch of stuff in here that you can do now. They added a thank you, a personalized thank you video. So this is really good because it builds a lot of brand trust. It builds a lot of connectivity between you and your customers. And it's a great way to show people that you care. That personal video is really good. And then under that, you have different ways to collect your points. So they've got making purchases, uploading product reviews, tagging friends on Instagram, joining their Facebook Messenger, all that fun stuff. And on the right, you can see that they have the prizes too. So they have the grand prize and then the gift cards that you unlock the more points that you collect. Okay, so now we're going to go into a few examples. Were there any questions before we jumped through some of these examples? Let me just check over here. Okay, Frank. No, he's the charcoal company. I should probably do a few more examples of some other companies that are in here. All right, so let's go through some of these successful case studies, and then I'll show you a few other things, maybe, and I'll take you behind the scenes on a successful campaign. But this was a travel company, Scott's Cheap Flights. So what they did was they essentially collect emails, which then they have an email list and they send out flight deals, and you can get super cheap flight deals. So what they did here was they ran a giveaway. They gave away a trip to Ireland. Now it's important to note this because he's attracting the right people. He's attracting people who like to travel and want to travel. So it's really important to choose that prize. Whereas if he had just given away, you know, something super random like an Amazon gift card, he might have had a huge amount of people enter, but none of those people would be interested in buying flights maybe. So really thinking about that prize and aligning that with your target market is important. Now, they used to do these once a quarter and collect hundreds of thousands of emails every single time they did this because everybody likes free travel. So it's a good idea to think about what you can offer as a prize and make sure that the prize value equals the commitment you're asking people to make. So if you're just asking people to enter their name and email, you know, not a huge amount. If you're asking them to enter their name and email, a little bit more information, and then also go and collect a huge amount of points by, you know, inviting all their friends and doing all that sort of stuff, you really need to put in a high value prize because otherwise the participants are not going to find that that's a good use of their time. So let's go to the next one. This is actually that home gym giveaway that we looked at before. Now, these guys were using the VYPER landing page. This is what it looked like. Again, super clear call to action, win the home gym of your dreams. This is straight up showing the value that these guys are offering. Again, they used a personalized video. So it is the founder walking through the gym, showing the products that he's actually going to be giving away. And so these guys did really well because they made sure that they had bonus actions in there for getting people to subscribe to them on YouTube, follow them on Facebook and Instagram because they do a lot of sales through social media. They had 25% conversion rate on their landing page, which is really good. So 1 in 4 people who even looked at this page ended up converting, and they did about 15,000 emails in 5 days. They put a huge emphasis on the bonus actions to get people to tag their friends in the Facebook post and the Instagram post, because that introduced all of these people to his giveaway that he originally couldn't reach. So it's a great way to get more people engaged. And if people aren't necessarily referring people to sign up, this is kind of like a softer way to pitch for people to invite their friends to participate. This next one was Founder Magazine. So they are an entrepreneurs magazine, and they wanted to grow their engagement on their blog and share their content more. So what they did was they set up an entrepreneurs pack. So it included, you know, a bunch of subscriptions to some software that entrepreneurs would usually use, their magazine. I think Shopify, they gave a subscription to. They gave some mentoring. They gave free training courses. So it was very specific to entrepreneurs. And they ended up doing about 13,000 emails. They got over 500 comments on their the piece of content that they were trying to promote. Over 200 shares on that Facebook ad as well that they were trying to promote. Now, the B2B industry is a little bit harder. The B2C industry is much more engaging when it comes to giveaways and contests. But these guys did a really good job at generating an extra 13,000 emails for that email list. And it was very targeted emails because they had a very targeted giveaway or prize that they were doing. This one, for example, is a free product and milestone giveaway. So the concept behind this campaign is that they were giving out free product as you collected points. Now, just going back over that, the way that you collect the points is referring people, following on social, engaging with your content, tagging friends, all that fun stuff. Which VYPER campaign? Also, Frank asked, which VYPER campaign type do you recommend for B2B? I usually recommend like just a general giveaway, and just make sure that the prize is really aligned with the people you want to attract. So like this founder giveaway, they were giving away very specific products for the entrepreneurial niche. So only things that entrepreneurs would need and want as a prize. Whereas if they had just given away a laptop, for example, entrepreneurs use laptops, sure, but the problem is everybody else wants laptops too. So it's not very targeted. Whereas because they gave away training, they gave away software to business tools and that sort of thing, they were able to attract the right people. So for a B2B company, I would probably just suggest a general giveaway. The other thing you could do is have a referral program. So once people have signed up to your email list, or you have the widget on your website so that people can unlock different types of content as they refer people or as they collect more points, that's another option too. So, there's two different ways you can kind of engage. I would say the giveaway is kind of like a one-off thing that you would run, maybe like once a quarter or something, or around a special event. And then the pop-up with the referral program, that's kind of more evergreen, and you would be getting people to unlock types of content, or getting them to unlock free gifts and that sort of thing that you could give them. So it's probably a lot more evergreen, but it's probably a smaller volume over a shorter period of time. Okay, Universal Music. So they were running all of these giveaways to actually get people to engage with their artists' Spotify accounts. So we have a bunch of actions you can do here. So there's, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Spotify, Pinterest, all these different types of things that you can incentivize. Now, what they did was they didn't necessarily need to give away a huge prize in cost. They really focus on the perceived value. So what I mean by perceived value is that it's not necessarily costing you a huge amount of money, but it's an extremely desirable prize. So in this example, it was a VIP meet and greet. So Shawn Mendes was doing a gig somewhere, maybe Las Vegas or something, and the prize was to fly someone out to that, give them a ticket, and do a meet and greet with Shawn Mendes. Now, if you were to pay for that, a meet and greet with Shawn Mendes would be extremely expensive. But because this was just something that they could organize, the perceived value was really high, but it didn't actually cost the brand that much money. So think about how you can increase your perceived value. It doesn't necessarily have to be a high monetary value. It just has to have a really high perceived value. And every time they do these for each gig, for all their artists, they usually do, I would say, like around 20,000 emails and then an extra 10,000 Spotify listeners and subscribers. So this is a great way for them to grow their channels around events. This company is a water company, and they did a partner giveaway. So they teamed up with a few other brands. They all contributed prizes. So one brand gave water, one brand gave a backpack, one gave, I think, a paddleboard. And so all of these guys partnered up, and they did kind of like a wellness fit sort of giveaway. And they were able to generate over 60,000 emails and then 123,000 Instagram followers. So these guys organized the giveaway and were able to generate that list, but didn't have to necessarily put up too much in prize offerings. And you can see here, they're also collecting a little bit of extra information about the state that people are from, because they're shipping all of this. So it's a little bit more heavy. So it might only be US and Canada only. So yeah, this was one strategy, to use other people's brands and other people's products to increase the value of their product. Increase the value of their prize. And it resulted in a lot of, emails and Instagram followers. The other little trick that these guys used was that once they had all their partners on board, they got their partners to email their email lists and post the giveaway to their social channels. So that way you can also get all of the brand partners' audience to then learn about your brand. So that's a great way to use that. This was a swimwear company, and they were using the widget. So as people would come to the website, they would see in the bottom left, enter to win $100 off every single week. And so they had a lot of people signing up for this and trying to get the $100 a week off. This is a huge conversion rate in comparison to a general pop-up on someone's website, because the incentive is so much higher. When you think about when someone offers a pop-up on a website and they're just like, okay, get $10 off, great. But then if you have $100 of weekly draw, you might have so many more people entering and hoping to win that $100, as opposed to someone who's not really that interested and isn't going to sign up for the $10 off. So they use an ongoing weekly strategy, and they obviously incentivize all of the general social media stuff that people want to grow, like their Instagram following, their Facebook following. They also got people to engage with their content on social, because it's really important to show those social channels that your content is engaging, because then they'll show it to more people and they'll value your brand and your brand pages a lot higher. Okay, Heather asks, I would love to join with another company. Any suggestions? Thinking. So when you're trying to find companies to partner with, you want to really look for complementary brands. So in the example of the water company, they wouldn't want to partner up with another water company. They would want to find other companies that their customers are interested in. So they really focus on alkaline water, fitness, and health. So what they did was they reached out to a bunch of other companies who had similar audiences in the fitness, health mindset. So that equaled people who do activities like paddleboarding and that sort of thing, people who do meditation. There were some yoga brands and stuff in there. Also maybe other health products, like other health snacks, that sort of thing. So really think about a complementary brand that you can partner up with, and then just reach out to them via social, email, or however. Another really easy way to do this is if you have any friends, family, or connections of friends and family that have companies, it's usually a lot faster and easier to organize those partnerships. Okay, this is a monthly giveaway. So these guys sell hair products, and we have and they were doing a monthly giveaway. So you can have weekly or you can have monthly, and these guys were able to consistently generate a lot more emails than a general pop-up would. This was another partner giveaway. So this is another great example of how a brand partnered up with a complementary product. So this was a wine company and then a book subscription company. They partnered up and they were getting people to complete a quiz. So they were collecting more information. They were getting people to follow both of the brand's channels on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, all that sort of stuff. And they were able to cross-pollinate their audiences between each other. Another pop-up. So this is a monthly giveaway with the pop-up option. So instead of having a general email capture pop-up, they have a monthly giveaway pop-up, and they were able to increase their conversion rate. And to get more people signing up, they would also offer $5 off. So you can have a sign-up bonus, which is going to increase your conversion rate of people entering your giveaway or contest. This one was just generally a giveaway that people were trying to increase their social following. So it's just name and email, and then follow all of their social media to win free products from them. So this was much more general. We don't really have anybody in this niche, so I'm probably not going to go over the blogging and share content strategy. So I just want to get to something. I just want to get to the back end first before we run out of time, because I know we're coming up on an hour here. So this is a giveaway that's running at the moment, and you can see here, this is the easy way to build landing pages. You can just click, edit, text, add images, all that sort of fun stuff. You have a lot of design options here. You can add in extra fields. You can add in countdown timers, videos, all sorts of stuff. And this is a great example of a prize selection that is relevant to the customer. So Topaz Labs is a image editing software, and they focus on selling their product to photographers. So what they did was they put together a photographer's pack. So they're giving away this pack of camera gear and listing it all out here, and it's getting people excited because people want to win this. And the other thing is they also include all of their software as a prize. And so they have a few, they definitely have a strong appeal towards photographers, which are the people who they want to attract. And then they also have additional prizes here. So as you collect 2,000 points, you get 20% off their product, or if you collect 5,000 points, you get a free product. Again, they're using places that are being featured and some reviews. So you've got to build that trust factor where you can. And then on the thank you page, so the thank you page is that page I showed you, which is really important because this is where you set all of the gamification. So you have your referral box here, and you can choose to refer, you can choose to have referrals or not. That's editable. And then you can choose to refer signups, or you can refer purchases. So there's a bunch of different ways that you can get more referrals, whether it's purchases or emails, using these strategies. And now this template will work for giveaways, contests, referral programs, loyalty programs, user-generated content, all that stuff that we went, all those campaigns that we went over earlier. And now the other thing that these guys are doing is they're getting people to share their Facebook posts, follow them on Instagram, download their free trial, tweet something, follow them, watch them on YouTube, and all that sort of stuff. And there's also all of the grand prizes and all that sort of thing. So there's a bunch of ways that you can, incentivize all these actions and get people excited about the prize. So let me know if you've got any questions. We'll quickly wrap those up, and I can send you guys the recording of this, so you can go back and look at any of this if you want to. But let me know if you've got any questions before I sign off. And hopefully I'll hear from you guys soon. You can check out the blog. If you're looking for some examples, you can go to the use case page. This is going to show you a bunch of examples down the bottom here. So you can kind of like enter the example giveaways and contests and stuff down here. You can see exactly how it works. There's also some really in-depth case studies. So these guys all did thousands of emails, collected a lot of social media following, a lot of engagement, all that sort of stuff. So check out the use case pages. It goes into a little bit more information about what bonus actions you should use, what prizes you should set, all the features and that sort of stuff. And then you can also join the Facebook group if you're not already in there, and you can ask any questions. You can look for partners. You can do all sorts of stuff in there. It's a community of all VYPER users. So everybody is on top of what's going on with contests, giveaways, and referral marketing. You can also reach me there, and I can review your campaign and help you guys out with campaigns and everything. So let me know if you have any follow-up questions. You can either join those groups, or you can hit me up on email via jack@vyper.io. Okay, let me just get the link for you, Frank. Give me a second. There you go. So yeah, that's the link to the Facebook group. So you can join there as well. And hope to see you guys in there. Enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you so much, and have fun. Let's close.